component to your online class in which you are required to log in at the same time and same day as all of your classmates and your instructor. These sessions are called Synchronous Sessions. They're 1-hour sessions where, again, you and your classmates will log in to a live classroom setting online with your instructor, where you will go over that week's lecture material or assignments, or where you will be able to ask your instructor any questions about that week's material. Now, your instructor will be emailing you the set day and time that your synchronous sessions will take place. It is very, very important that you try your very best to attend these sessions because they are mandatory. Now, I will show you exactly how to log into these sessions.
Now I'm going to show you a demonstration of how to use ClassLive Pro in your classroom. Now the first thing that's going to happen when you get into your class, you're going to take a look at your announcements, as you may have stated before. But one of the things that you want to do is go ahead and click on to ClassLive. ClassLive is on the top right-hand area of the navigation in your class. The first thing that you're going to see when you first get into the ClassLive Synchronous tool is the chat area, and that's the area that comes up first. But what you want to do is click onto ClassLive. Once you click onto ClassLive, you will see two areas. You will see that you'll have an option for ClassLive Pro or Sessions Archived that you probably have missed, or that you can listen if you wanted to re-jog your memory of what your teacher stated. So we're going to go ahead and click on to a live session. When you click onto a live session for the first time, you're going to get this pop-up bar, and it's going to ask you to download and launch the session. If you haven't done this before, this will be the first time you do this, but once you do this a second time, you won't have to do this. So go ahead and press OK. You need to make sure that you have Java 7 on your computer. The product that's going to be downloaded to your computer is Illuminate Live. What you want to do is click on to run. If you click on to cancel at this time, you're going to have to do everything all over again, so go ahead and click on to run. Once you run, you'll see this menu pop up and it will start launching the Illuminate Live session. Once it's loaded, you'll have several areas. You want to go ahead and press OK to connect. You'll see all the participants who are inside the course, and you'll see a whiteboard area that you can type in and also that your instructor might share information on. Another thing you can do is this is a good time to ask questions, so you can also use the chat function that is listed below the participant area box. So now we're going to exit out of this session so that I can show you what an archive session will look like. Go ahead and press OK. And you can also click the Do Not Ask Me This Question button so that you won't get that pop-up menu every time you exit. So now we're going to go into an archive session. This is really good for students who weren't able to attend a session, or may have showed up to the session late, or may want to listen to a session again to re-jog their memory on what happened during the lecture process. So again, every time you open up the launcher, you're going to get this menu. What's required is Java 7 on your computer, and it's going to ask you if you want to run Illuminate Live. So that you don't have to get this menu that pop up all the time, you want to make sure that you go ahead and click this always. Just go ahead and do this, and then click Run. The Illuminate Live session is now loading. Now, this is a session that's happening, And one of the things that you need to be mindful of is the session will also tell you exactly when you were or what part of the session that you logged in case that you logged into a session that was already in session. When you're looking at an archive session, you can click through and take a look at whichever part of the PowerPoint presentation or lecture that is relevant for you. And also in this space here, it will tell you exactly where inside of the lecture that the session is happening. So in this case, we're 17 minutes in. This is a good time to take a look at what the instructor is talking about, also to jot down some quick notes that can help you with answering your questions for your assignments. You can go ahead and click things within the chat area and type in different details, but because this session was previously recorded, the chat session button does not work. However, you can forward or rewind the session at any point so that you can view exactly what happened during the lecture and go over certain points that you wanted to really understand. Now we're taking a look at this session, and we can see that the instructor is talking, and you can see the bars and everything. If there's any time that you cannot hear the lecture, please send an email to the instructor so that you can let them know. These sessions are very good for you, so we're going to go back to Yumi, and she's going to talk about some really key points for you to keep in mind as far as being an online student.
Remember, these sessions are mandatory, but again, some students may have conflict schedules and you might not be able to attend on that day and time. If that's the case, remember that the instructor will always be posting a recording link of that day's session onto the live toolbar. It is your responsibility then to listen to the recording and submit a one-paragraph summary of it in order to get participation points. Take advantage of these live sessions, guys. It's a great way to get in contact with your instructor and ask questions. Hope you have